Hello guys, today I'm going to solve the milestone 2 activity that we took in class. So to begin with, over here with task 1, we need to create a Python program that processes the following um, codes. So let's do it one by one. Store a name of a person into a variable. To do so, we need to go to a compiler. Just use any online compiler, and let me just maximize over here. Let's store a name into a variable, call it n equal to, and then we put a name Abdurrahman. Okay, now what is next? Store an integer value of 25 into a variable. Again, to store a variable, let's say we call it x, and we need to store the value 25 as they requested. This is called an integer value, so integer number. Third thing we need to do is this: store a boolean value into a variable. So to store a boolean value, let's call it r. The boolean value is either true, okay, or we call it r equal to false. So you pick one of them. Sorry, over here, false. Okay, so this is boolean. Boolean contain either true or false, so you just choose one of them. I will stay with true. Now 3, store a float value of 9.67 into a variable. So to do that, let's call it y, the variable name, equal to 6.79. So this is called a floating number. Moving again to number 4, we're done with number 4. Now with 5, in one print function, display the value of all 4 variables above into an appropriate message. So to be able to do so, we need to use a print statement. So print, and we open the parentheses. We just place the variables that we have assigned before. So it's n, comma, x, comma, r, comma, and y. So if I need to print that, you can see the values will be printed: Abdurrahman 25 true and 6.79, because I printed them all together into one statement. Remember, the comma will make spaces between them, so you can see Abdurrahman, then space, then 25, then space, then true, then the last number over there. Now if we need to put some messages, we need to say, okay, the quotation, the name is, and close the quotation, and then put a comma. That will say whatever between the quotation will be printed as it is, then the name. Let's see how it will look like. So you see the name is Abdurrahman 25 true and 6.7. okay, is that clear? Moving again to now task number 6. Add 2 to the integer data type variable used above. So which one was the integer variable? Is it x or y? It's going to be x. Why? Because y is the one containing integer value. What is an integer value? A number that becomes with no decimal point. So we need to say x equal to 27. No, that is a mistake. Now over here, I'm assigning a new value to x. They ask me to add 2 to the previous value. So I will say, okay, x plus 2. So now the total value stored in x is added by 2. Step number 7, they need me to add 3 to the floating variable. So the floating variable is y, because we agreed the floating variable that contains decimal, equal to y plus 3. Okay, now moving on down there, that is for the first assignment. Okay, now what you need to do is take a screenshot, or you just copy the code and paste it over there into your code as a text box. You can add over here and paste the code, or you insert the screenshot that we took just a few minutes back. Here we go. Here's the screenshot. next, next, finish, and you place it at the bottom of the page. So it's totally up to you. Use whatever convenient. That is the answer for the first task.